Okay, welcome back. Let me just take a second to make sure that OBS didn't crash. There we go. In between episodes, I've made sure that OBS was in fact recording my voice and the screen and all that. Yeah, this time is going. Let's see what's everybody's opinion. The Indians built this island as a bulwark against invasion and filled it with enough cannons to sink an armada. Oh, it is any enemy foolish enough to attack by sea. Now, if the islands were to bring their airships, on the other hand, somehow out there across the sea, security and go get his homeland. Now, in order to reach the shores of Arthur, you will need to cross the pleasant waters you see before you. However, this is easier said than done. To set forth without making the necessary preparations is to invite the Confederacy to claim your vessel and your life should you resist. But this fate can be avoided by paying the ruby tithe, thereby earning you the blessing of the pirates' lords. Rather you pay the tithe with ruby or with blood. It's the ruby tithe or the blood tithe. Choose. So let's go and greet them. Our destination is the isle to the west. That doesn't look very far to me, Edgar. Why don't we jump in and swim for it? I've had my fill of boats. An excellent idea. I think you shall find the water to your liking. I will use my ship to deliver those less inclined to the island. Finally, we get to go with my idea. Fuck all of this. We'll swim it. Where? Oh. Right. So this should be easy and a good way to loosen up before the next fight, whatever it comes. 20 kills says I beat you there. It does remind me of a funny quest that I got to do recently. Since I was so low on money, there was a quest that was like, oh, you need to pay this certain amount, and I picked the option. Oh, I have a horrible orchestration roll addiction. You know, you gotta collect them all. I spent the last of my guild onto oblivion, which, to be fair, wasn't too far from the fact of what I did with my guild. I spent it all on minions and mounts. And orchestran rolls. I still have a few which I still need to get, but that's what? 75, I want to say? And I'm nowhere near that. I'm like at 14 or 15,000 guild. Although I trust you enjoyed yourselves. Follow me, my friends. The one with whom we must speak is a man named Tansui. Itchy lip, itchy lip, itchy chin, itchy palm. Bomba fish. I'm also keeping my eyes and ears open to see if I can hear the thingy. King Sky, what's the name of the Final Fantasy 15 movie? Oh, there is one here. I believe that location is called like Oni Volcano or Oni Mountain, something like that. I know, I don't go over there that often. I think you have the advantage of me. Most honorable and esteemed Edgar Magic, I am Tansui, humble maid who serves as the pleasure of the Confederacy's captain. As you are in company of the Shellback, I presume we have business to discuss. Yeah. Fan Dance 2! What does Fan Dance 2 do? Let's see, delivers an appropriate attack, and all enemies nearby with approaching 200. For the first enemy and 50 less. Oh no, that's Fan Dance 3. It's can only be when under the effects of threefold Fan Dance. Let's see, we have 1, 2. We don't really got room for 3. You wish to pay the ruby tithe? Yes, with your guild, perhaps. It's just as well. Foreign currencies are in demand these days. I shall pay for that passage to Orthard. Does this sum meet with your satisfaction? The seas have been quite challenging of late. I cannot say with confidence that you would reach your destination safely unless you tripled it. Do you take me for a fool? I know the prices will do all. Alas, we live in interesting times. As you came from Gregoni, I should think I need not tell you that. The shadow of war looms, the wise and the cautious shirk out our waters, and our custom, the foolhardily sharpen our knives on visitation. Meaning, so we got to come quickly. The bosses are here at it again. I provided you to convince them to stop it. They weren't having it. Very well, we will be there shortly. Proposition your comments strike me as worthwhile investment. I would not hear men name me as a cat before Corbin, so I shall consider the tithe paid not for what they have done, but for what I expect they will do. I'm not sure what I make of that man, but at least the matter of our tithe is settled for now. What was that he and the other pups were talking about? Maybe we ought to go and have a look. We shall dance! We shall dance! But not the fan dance. Not with the fandango. I don't even know why I even put the timer on. Hell's Lid, that was the name of it. I don't know why I thought it was called like Oni Mountain or Oni Island. Even though the thing just kind of looks like a very mean cat. I know I could ride Fooster, but why ride when I can just run slightly faster? Oh yeah, flying sharks. The only reason why I even remember that they were there is because I remember there is a fate here. Oh, they're right over there with No, there. So how things over here? I am not certain this is a wise idea. Whatever we do isn't wise. I've been away for some time, so... Do you know what this is all about? That sounds similar though, isn't it? My answer! How about I just walk over there? This appears to be a boat which Edgar cannot stand in. Are you real? I guess not, considering that we could go through the Imperial and the Kojin. Can we also go through you guys? Yes. I just realized it says Poyoton and not Protean.
Gentlemen, I'm told you were most unreceptive to my associate's requests. I realize you do not look kindly on the Confederacy and her ways, but if you refuse to pay the ruby tithe, your safety in these waters cannot be assured.
Lucky Moogle necklace.
Spare me your concern, pilot. Your feeble attempts at extortion will not work on us. You remain at large because we allow it. Because you are such insignificant little pests that we see no need to swat you. But if you wish to risk the ire of the Viceroy, by all means, fire upon an Imperial vessel. Give us a reason to bring the full might of the Garlean Empire to bear against your pathetic fleet.
Bastards!
Gentlemen, surely the fact that you have such limitless resources at your disposal gives you all the more reason to spare some few coins for the less fortunate.
All talk, just as I thought. Come, let us away. I have no time for this rubbish.
We're all the same to them, aren't we? Savages to be ruled or slaughtered.
They've always balked at paying the ruby tithe, but they were never so eager to pick a fight. The problem, you see, is that many of my comrades in the Confederacy are of Doman descent. And the acting Viceroy, well, she's none too fond of Domans, to say the least. If we take any action to hinder the safe passage of an Imperial vessel, she'll accuse us of attempting to foment rebellion and brand us enemies of the Empire, which we can ill afford to be. Like the man said, we're all talk.
And where did the Kojin stand in all this?
With the winning side, of course. They're mercenaries to a fault, eager to offer their services without coercion. The Shellback could tell you more, though something tells me he would rather not.
I don't understand. If the Garleans are causing the Confederacy this much trouble, and if so many of you are Doman to begin with, why aren't you willing to fight back?
Spoken like a true friend of the Doman Liberation Front. If you're planning to rouse us with noble words and grand promises, don't bother. We all know what the Imperial Army can do. Compared to them, we're boys with boats. Besides, what ties a man may once have held to his home are forsaken upon joining the Confederacy. We look out for none but our own. Be that as it may, our livelihood is under threat. And the captain will need to decide soon whether we're to go down in a blaze of glory, or bow and scrape for crumbs from the Emperor's table. All while our friend the Viceroy continues her purge of Doma's radical elements. I believe she's holding court in one of the fishing villages even as we speak.
That she-devil! Her perfidy knows no bounds! She must be stopped! Come, let us find Soroban and put us here at once!
Tell the others that these ones have paid. We all have places to be.
I still don't know what his class is, like what he does. He has a stick. I can't tell if he is something close to like a dragoon or a magic caster. What are we waiting for? Come, come. Soroban cannot have gone far. Though now that I think on it, it is passing strange that he left without warning. Mayhap he did not wish to be seen by his Kojin brethren. I doubt he thought to leave us behind, but nonetheless it may be prudent to return to his ship, or at least to the Confederate outpost. Yes, let's see. I'm trying to think. I've already lost my thought. What was I talking about again? Oh, right. Stick. I want to say monk, because monks don't use stick, those type of weapons in this game. And I doubt that he's a marauder. I could be wrong. Because I don't think I've seen that many marauder axes that aren't axes. But then again, I've also seen books with Moogles in them, so. And amplification crystals that aren't crystals. They are chocobos or Moogles. My friends, 1,000 pardons. As you may have guessed, I was reluctant to be seen in your company by my red brothers. Ours is a complex relationship. I pray you do not misinterpret their actions as a reflection of our allegiance as a whole. You understand? Call me be praised. Too often are shell-less quick to judge all Kojin for the deeds of one. Right then, now that our business with Tansui is concluded, we can traverse the Ruby Sea without fear. No, we can traverse it with nothing but fear! Oh. They have 65 gear now. Okay, depending... Nope. We shall continue on. Basically, this episode's going to be a bit longer because I'm going to keep going until I reach a sanctuary. Oh, yes, you do know the Ruby Prize, the fortress in the middle of the Ruby Sea from which the Bakufu soldiers surveyed the surrounding waters. The other day we found one of the men stowed away on a ship we confiscated. With a bit of coaxing, he eventually confessed to doing some unhanded trading with the Red Kojin on behalf of his superiors. Seems he thought he could avoid paying the Ruby Tithe by heading aboard someone else's ship. But no one gets away with crossing ours, Siege. As such, I am looking to track down their superior of his and find him compensate us. If I try to sail to the Ruby Prize and look for him myself, however, I'll be blasted to smithereens before I even make it halfway there. Do you think you could go in my stead? There's a man by the name of There is an old friend there. Be able to identify who our captive superior is. There's also someone who wants to play a card game here. I tried pressing X to climb the ladder. Well, back to swimming. Oh, Peloton. Peloton? The range thing don't let you do that. Oh yes, just the other day, one of the soldiers deserted base. I suspect he is the man Yusuri is after. Trade with foreign countries is strictly prohibited in our nation. The man, upon learning his subordinate's disappearance, feared he would be caught and turned tail and ran. If what you told me is true, likely he went northwest of here to seek asylum, the Kojin of the Red. I am tempted to go after this man myself, alas. What would require me receiving the necessary authorization would take days. Please track him down and arrest him in my stead. If he resists, feel free to kill him. I believe the samurai default gear is the same gear that these guys wear. Like the guys over there. I think. They do look very similar. Apart from the missing headgear for them. They're probably different gear, but they do kind of look a bit similar. That just reminds me that I just have to work with all my blue mage eventually. But that won't be for like another month or so at this rate. Since I got about about 2 or 4 more quests left, and I gotta do samurai, astrologer. Oh, there he is. I would have to be a fool to agree to go with you. I am so close to the Red Kojin settlement, so close to freedom. Now you're gonna be close to dead! Oh, back to swimming. Since there's no etherite at the Ruby Prize. And my ear is itchy. Ha! You flying sharks can't swim! Trying to see if this works. Nope. Or is it working? I actually can't tell. It probably is. I guess because it's not actually sprinting, it's just making its movement speed faster. Because I was expecting this animation. As soon as he's forced your hand, perhaps his death was for the best. I will send word for all that has happened to exist, though I am not sure he will be happy to hear it. And you are curious to know how I will inform him that it's that my friend is a secret. Blind defense. Like I said, I'm not going to do those unless they're on like level. Which, considering Edgar's mostly perpetually over leveled, it's gonna be kind of difficult. Even though they probably are going to be giving gear that is going to be better than what we have. But we're good for a while on the actual total score for gear. So we can just pick up the gear that we get from doing these quests. We will challenge you to a children's card game now. Okay, so there's no special rules. Oh, we're going first. We don't have anything that's 7 down. Is this one of the achievements that gives us a card? Yes, it does. We got ourselves a squall. Is that another one that gives us a card? Nope, it just gives us a title. Yep, Boots of Aiming. I shall return to the ship and prepare for our departure. If you have any remaining business to conduct with the pirates here, I pray you do so now. That reminds me, Edgar, would you be so kind to inform the Confederacy of our plans? The more they know of our movement, the less likely we are to be mistaken for another vessel by their comrades. Oh, you're on the Aegean from the beach, leaving us already. No need to pay the tithe like Tetsu said. On the other hand, if you were to peruse our wares and find anything to your liking, we should be glad to sell it to you for a fair price. Thank you for offering the thing I was already going to do. Yes, welcome to the Confederates. Up above them, excellent. If you are ready to depart, we may do so at any time. Then let us be off. I shall deliver you to the fishing village of Isari. Which I said that the first row was holding court in one of the fishing villages, did he not? Should Isari chance to be a village in question, we should instantly find ourselves surrounded by Imperial soldiers. I think it's safer we came ashore some distance away. Or well, I know just the place. I thought you said we weren't going to the village. I don't want to play with the village people. Here we are. I'm reasonably certain none bore witness to our approach. And with this, I believe I have fulfilled the terms of our agreement. That you have my deepest thanks, Soroban. Surely we are blessed to befriend such a clever and industrious merchant. Oh, you are much too kind, good sir. I know not where your path may lead, but I wish you the very best and hope that we shall meet again. So we're finally arrived in Ulthar. All we need to know is liberate Doma. Yes, that. Look, daunting though it is, we do have one thing in our favor, though. It's surprise. Unlike in Urabania, the Imperials don't know we're here. Maybe that may be our only advantage, considering how few we are. I don't expect this Doma and Liberation Front will even up the odds a bit, but before all that, we need to see if this is the fishing village Tatsu is talking about. That's a rock! It may well be. I smell ceruleum on the breeze.
Even accounting for the rebellion, such indiscriminate shows of force seem pointlessly excessive.
If only you knew how commonplace such scenes have become. Are we too late?
Over there, someone's coming.
It is she. My master. The traitor who sold our homeland to the Garleans. Yotsuyu.
The Viceroy herself. And look behind her. Isn't that...
Filth and squalor everywhere I look. How very dull. What I wouldn't do for a drink. Come now. You've no reason to look so afraid. You have lived through a quarter of a century of Garlean rule, remember? 'Tis better to bend with the wind than stand tall and be broken. Therein lies hope. Therein lies freedom. I come before you today seeking affirmation. A heartfelt declaration. You are free to answer me as you see fit, yet even the least among you should know the correct response. Should.
Why do you have bat pens in your hair?
A resident of your village, one of your neighbors, mayhap your friend, was detained by the Korjin this morning. They say he was attempting to flee to Kugane, but we both know that simply isn't true, don't we? Have you anything to say? Bit slow, this one. Is there anyone more sensible among you? Have any of you anything to say? To swear?
Fuck off!
My lady, I swear to serve the Empire, to do whatever is asked of me, and never disobey.
Well said, that man. Of course, it wouldn't do to simply take you at your word.
Take this dagger and shank a bitch.
Kill him. Surely you can do that much. He must be guilty of something or other, or he wouldn't have attempted to flee the Empire.
I have a family. Kami, forgive me. Kami, forgive me.
Very, very good. I've always had a soft spot for men like you. Next, I want you to shoot those two over there. Too old to work, you understand. A burden on the Empire. We can't have that.
Turns out she handed him a musket, and he can't fire another shot.
But they're my parents. You can't expect me to...
He's right. They would simply take the villagers hostage. We must consider the wider picture. If we act recklessly, we risk alerting the Garleans to our presence here, making it that much harder for us to work with the local rebels. To say nothing of the reprisals ordinary civilians would be made to suffer.
Open your eyes, girl. They are already suffering. Let me go. I am putting an end to this madness. I will approach the village alone and identify myself. As a former leader of the rebellion and a known fugitive, they will wish to detain me until they are certain they have learned all I know. Use this time to make your plans.
You saw saw what those monsters did to the villagers. Who knows what they'll do to you, assuming they don't kill you where you stand.
We live and die at the pleasure of the Kami. My fate is in their hands and no others. If it be of any comfort, I am no stranger to chains.
You can't expect us to stand idly by as a comrade goes marching off to his death. And this is nothing like Kugani.
Nor is it like the Reach, Lise, or the Wall. Let him go. Hold out for as long as you can, but remember, noble sacrifices are to remain an absolute last resort. I wish I could say it won't come to that, but only the gods know how we're going to get you and the others out in one piece. A miracle, perchance.
A great tower stands to the north and east. Look to its occupants for aid and succor. Together, you may yet find your miracle. Now, leave this place. I must go.
Bye-bye. Have a fun time at school.
Oh. Another idiot like all the rest. I'm beginning to think it may be something fundamental. Something intrinsic. Something quintessentially Doman to ignore the simple truth. You can't do a damn thing if you're dead.
Necromancy.
Enough, Yotsuyu!
Well now, this is a surprise.
Hear me, Yotsuyu! Cease this farce, here and now, and I shall surrender myself to you. Refuse, and all shall answer to my blade.
Bring him to the tavern.
I hate as much as you, I have even more. Every fiber of my being was crying out to intervene, but what's done is done. Gogetsu's gamble has gifted us the time we need to find a solution. He bade us seek aid at the distant tower, yes? For want of a better idea, I say we do that, while taking care to avoid the Imperials. Yes, evasion of the Imperials. Fish. Oh, wait a minute. I was like, oh yeah, that's not connected. Have evaded the patrol so far. What is that tower, anyway? I've never seen anything like it. According to the map, we are on Onako, and the tower is known as Heaven on High, a mysterious structure built long ago by persons unknown. And I have to climb that eventually. Edgar don't, but I gotta. Guys, this I'm starting to sound like Alpha now. Next thing you know, I'll be saying like, oh, as you are doubtlessly already aware. Over there, do you see it? It's a corpse! With arrows in it. Look, doesn't look like it's been dead long. Whoever did this, there's a good shot. I don't see a single stray arrow. Hope someone's hungry. Wait, that wasn't either of you two, was it? Come now, we have nothing to do with... Oh, wait, what am I doing? They can't possibly understand us. Probably not, no. Time to run, Lise. We save our strength for any that gave chase. You too, Edgar. Edgar already dancing. Imagine if they've taken us by surprise. What a fine ending that would have been to our story. Anyway, I think it's safe to assume that the people of the tower know how to defend themselves. You'd have to share an island with those things. Now, all we need to do is convince them to help us. Looks over, sees something even bigger. Wonder what I'm going to do? First things first. I'm going to attune to the ether right here. Just because I know I'm dumb enough to forget. Oh, there's another Moogle here. Oh, there's sediment here, and they even got their own etherite. Wait a minute, I think that's done before. Oh. Well, we met with Atansu, which means this place belongs to... Oh. Give Edgar those shoes! Yep, no, 265. And that's going to be the end of this episode. I'll see you all in the next.